Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cyberbome Animations. On today's topic, we're going to talk about Microsoft, specifically the Xbox Series, the next generation of consoles, to be more precise, and how I believe that they're going to switch to an all-digital system by 2030, the next generation of consoles. Reason being is because you're starting to see them still support all digital systems, and even Sony starting to do that too. And with Microsoft having their Game Pass and wanting to play anywhere pretty much, and I believe they were even in talks with Nintendo to have their Play Anywhere platform on their little device. Don't quote me on that, but I think I heard that somewhere. I was, taking care of business a while back, and I remember scrolling through it. I didn't pay much attention to it because I'm not really a fan of Nintendo. I don't really see any AAA titles that I'm interested in playing those consoles, so I just switched to the PC and the PlayStation 5. Sorry, Microsoft, since you're releasing the games that I want to play on the PC as well, I'm not gonna get your console. Since I've been used to the PC for such a long period of time, and I actually prefer them more than any other platform in terms of consuming entertainment and as well as creating content. I'm not gonna need it. However, I am planning to get the PS5. Sorry, they're not doing what you're doing. If they did, I wouldn't get their console either. I'll just play their games. I'm gonna buy their games and play them, which aren't a lot either. There's like Uncharted, the Last of Us series, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Those are the only three games I want to play from the PlayStation side. And as for Microsoft, it's only Halo Infinite. Halo's been more of an influence to me because I grew up with it. So there's that nostalgia thing. And that's the reason why I'll get it. And now if they do create another Fable game, oh, Fable is another game that I played when I was a kid. And if they do make it, I'm gonna get that bad boy as well. I also do plan to see all the trailers and stuff like that and see what I like. And if it's out for the PC, I'm gonna jump on that. However, I don't think I'll be able to play that game with the control keyboard and mouse. So I'm gonna have to use the controller, which is fine. I have one of the Xbox controllers. Um, with that said, let's go back to this coming generation of consoles. So I think Sony will be concentrating a little heavier more on VR than the PlayStation 4 was. Microsoft probably the Game Pass and more all digital side of things. And as for Microsoft Xbox, from what I can see, they're not sweating it, and I do not know exactly why, other than what I'm speculating, which I just said they're going to concentrate on the Game Pass, make sure everyone, anywhere, any device has support for AAA titles. Right now, the market is starting to flourish and where you could have support for the certain games, AAA titles on your devices. However, we might not see this yet. Maybe in 5 years, maybe sooner. I mean, I'll walk around my neighborhood. I keep seeing NTT and Comcast adding more fiber lines, so we may see a better internet coming in here and in your area probably too if you're walking around and seeing this. So we might have the infrastructure in 5 years to be able to see what I'm saying. An all digital world for games where you will have something like Netflix, but for games on any device that wants to support it on the TV, smart TV, on the computer, on your phone, on your tablet, and whatever device in the future comes our way. Now, we're not going to see that probably until 2030. And that's only if the market starts, growing on that aspect. And I know Sony, if they concentrate on that, they're going to push that market even higher. Anyways, that's what I think is going. We're going to switch to an all digital system, play anywhere type of system by 2030. We may see it grow by the middle of the cycles of this coming generation. And with technology advancing and seeing how SpaceX is doing their internet through their Starlink system, we might see this even happen a lot quicker, especially if they could get it down to AAA titles of certain resolutions, playable anywhere you're at, on the boonies, on the beach, whatever, And the best part is that this is probably going to be cheap too. Why? Because I'm pretty sure in certain areas there's monopolies and cable companies having districts where they could only have their internet, their whatever, for a certain amount of time because they, invested in that area and they want to make their money back. While with SpaceX and their Starlink, having all their satellites in orbit, they wouldn't have that problem. So they would have to price it cheaper of current prices. If it's the same, they would have to have something better. If it's cheaper, that's more likely. And the market would probably start switching more towards them. I mean, Elon Musk is an entrepreneur that disrupts a lot of the markets, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of them. I mean, as you see, the car market is being dethroned by Tesla to a certain degree, obviously. And Microsoft has an event this month, actually, on the 23rd or something like that. It's almost at the end of this month, 24th maybe. And I wonder what they're going to talk about and what they're going to show. I mean, more than likely, it's only going to be other games, right? Because they already showed their system. Maybe they'll show the dashboard, the operating system that they're going to be using, which is probably going to be heavily influenced on Windows 10 because they're trying to, make one ecosystem. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, you're going from A to B and it's the same configuration, same settings. It flows better. It makes you feel like you switch naturally. And I'm already wondering what you guys thinking and what I'm saying and see what you guys believe is going to be happening this and in 2030 generation of consoles, as well as the games you guys want to play. Please subscribe if you like what I'm talking about, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.